Boo boo, boo boo. It's day 9 of the mountain training, and I am your host, DTB. Death to boredom. Anyway, let's see here. And what did I do today? Mostly writing. Mostly. Honestly, that picture was for the writing. I just made that sketch and just copy and pasted it for the writing thing. Yeah, I was like, I want to like put some picture concepts in there at least to like give an idea for my future self about how I want that picture to go. And yeah, that's the story behind this picture of her getting all pouty and teary and pouty and not happy and looking at her phone. Indeed. Indeed. But also, like, I was having trouble drawing Chibi. It's supposed to be Chibi. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's like better than the iterations before it. I don't even want to talk about them. It's just so terrible. And also, like, I find that my drawings always start off looking very flat, and so I end up having to stretch it out. This one's one of those drawings that I had to stretch it out to get some dynamic looking thing going. Like before this, it was very plain looking. Let's just say that. But even then, I wish, I wish I could do better because I'd like it to be more angled, and I would have liked a little bit. I would like more impact tone. But in any case, also a very interesting thing that happened, or so basically, every morning, my friend wants to watch anime, so his reason to get up in the morning is watching anime with me. So yeah, so you get up at 10 a.m. or he gets up at 10 a.m. I get up like at least 9 a.m. But yeah, and then we watch anime. Usually we watch 3, but we watched only 2 because we caught up with most of the season that we are watching together. And I was like amusing the idea, oh, why don't we just, play games during this 30 minutes that would have been an anime? And then he's like, oh, yeah, okay. And I was like stating some games, but he didn't care for those. He was like, oh, no. He goes to this one little puzzle game that he got for $1. He really liked it. He was like, oh, see if you can help me. Sorry. These days I'm like sleeping at 10 p.m. or around there. And like, thing is that, yeah, it's 10:50 right now, 10:50 p.m. That's why like I'm getting all tired. Yeah, that's crazy, honestly. How I've come to a point where I'm sleeping so normal time. That doesn't usually happen. It's only this is only something that's possible because of the mountain training thing that I'm doing. In any case, though, however that works. But yeah, forgive me. But yeah. So he was like, "Oh, I couldn't solve this puzzle last night." And so he wanted me to help him with that. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Let's see what this is about. And like, he wasn't explaining the game to me. He was just playing it. I was like, oh, this goes here, this goes here. So I'm like, so that means that I had to ask how this game works then. All right, so I like direct him to tell me the thing how things works. That's what you gotta do when they don't tell you what to do. And like even though he wanted me to like be a part of this, he wasn't like doing a good job, of reeling me in. I had to reel myself in. I had to teach him to hook me in. I did, or like I had to direct him to hook me in. I didn't teach him. I directed him to do it. I was like, yeah, can you throw the line here? Yeah, maybe a little more further, put a little more strength into it, maybe more to the left. Oh yeah, okay, I'll bite now. Anyway, but yeah, I was like telling him, yeah, so how does this work? What's this about? Blah blah blah, that kind of thing. Like I wasn't invested in the game. It was that he wanted me to be a part of this, so I'm making a point to be a part of it. I'm putting effort in for my friend here. I do it for my friend, basically. And then, yeah, so he helped me understand it, and he was good at explaining at least. Not like people are good at explaining, but he's good at explaining. So once you just give that little bit of push, then he'll go through uh with the entire thing by himself. So yeah, he just needed the momentum basically. In any case, so yeah, after that, explaining things and stuff and telling me what isn't going to work or blah blah blah, and like playing around a bit, I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna make some comments now. Let's do some testing here and there. Okay, how about this? How about that? Oh, that blocks that. Oh, this is for nothing. Oh wow, okay, because it was like this one piece that it was like wall is stop, and I was like, okay, so you're telling me that this wall is stop is not in every level, it's just on this level. I was like, what does wall is stop even mean? It's like, does that even need to be there? Because wall is like it's like doesn't it's just what's the point of it kind of thing. In any case though, he managed to do something with that wall is stop though. It was like he changed it to like wall is something else. It's like wall is crab, and then like the crab turned into a wall, or like wall is rock, and then the rock turned into a wall. I'm not sure how he did that though, because I can't remember how that. Like when I'm remembering it, like the way that the game works is like, how do you get it to work like that now? Because I don't remember how he did it. Now I'm curious again. Anyway, but that's how my brain works. Is like I go off into tangents, and then like my brain like I stop talking because my brain is like going off too far. And then like when I come back, now I have to remember what it was that I was saying again. It's like, oh, still more brain farting. In any case though, yeah, so and so like, I had him do some testing, and like I came to some conclusions. Then like I wanted to do more testing after that, after telling him what my thought process is about this. And like he would like make some mistakes here and there. But although my aggressive side is still like very much active, like when I play games, I get very aggressive, okay? So you don't want me as your partner or anything like that. You do not want me as a teammate. But he's known me for a long time now, so he got used to it basically. And like I was like aggressive and like going like, no, that's not what I said. I said push that up, or like I want is to go up. And then he's like, because like at first he was like going all the way around it instead of just like it was like right there for him to push, but instead he just goes like all the way around and goes to the top side instead of Yeah, so basically he like interpreted it wrong, right? But in any case, though, it's just because I was never taught how to properly communicate, so it ends up that I just communicate in the aggressive manner, because it works. That's basically why I keep doing it. It's habitual, and like as long as it works, then it's like that's what I go with. Because for me to change it, I would have to stop myself, or like I'd have to first be aware that I'm doing it right at the time. So I do it, and then I have to realize, oh, I'm being too harsh. And then I have to think about how I'm going to communicate in a way that isn't aggressive, and then apply it at that point. And then it's like, even if I do it like that, it's not like I'm gonna remember to do it again later on as well. I have to keep trying to like just keep remembering to do it that way. That is that process, and then eventually I can stop being aggressive. But it takes quite a few tries, and also I have to be putting importance into it, as in like I I have to feel like it's very important to me to do this, that kind of thing. Like basically, I have to put a lot of value into this. Yeah. Okay. In any case, but yeah, go. I just like talk about how to go about bettering yourself as a human being. But yeah, so if you can make use of that too, that'd be cool too. Yeah. But I mean, I guess I could have given examples like I'm like aggressively going like, no, that's not what I said. Okay, but like instead I could think about it. Okay, I think about it. How about no, no, no. That's not. I mean, that wasn't what I meant. Okay, if you can just go back down, and back to where you were before I said it, and then you just go to the right one space, and then you push up. Now, that would be a much better way to go about it, anyway. Oh yeah, there you go. That's an example for you. But yeah, so wow, I'm going a lot longer than I should have, as expected of me, huh? Always going off on tangents, aren't I? And then I make comments about it, which makes the video even longer. Haha. Anyway, I was proud of my wit. Let's see. So yeah, I had him do a lot of testing and stuff, and we were like making a lot of progress. I gave him one solution, and that solution wasn't gonna work out because of the testing that we did hasn't never got to that point where there was a feasible path to that solution. And then I proposed another solution, uh, and that one seemed a lot more doable. And I directed him to to get through most of it, and then he thought of the rest at the end. After I made some kind of comment about how, oh, but we can't do that because of this. And then he was like, oh, but you can't do it like this. And then I asked him, oh, yeah, how'd you figure that? I was like, and he was like, oh, well, you said that you couldn't do this because of this. But I thought about it and I was like, oh, but you can't do this instead of that kind of thing. But in any case, though, let's see. Yeah, so I wouldn't have been able to solve it by myself either. Like he was doing the heavy lifting, and I was just directing him. And if I had to do it all by myself, I would get very bored at some point, and then like I'd kind of just give up or whatever. I'll be like, oh, too much. I mean, I'm brain farting. I was like, I'd leave it for an hour or something, come back, maybe, probably is how I would go about it. If I wanted to like truly solve it, that's kind of how I would have to go. Because like if I come back later, then my brain is refreshed, and then like I'll like have a new perspective available, maybe, question mark. In any case, so yeah, so the point is though that two heads are better than one. He could not solve it on his own, and I know that I can't solve it on my own, but we were able to solve it together. Yeah, so but like just that one puzzle. Now that puzzle was an extra of the game, so it's like like the extra stage that is. So an extra stage in that game would mean that it has to be hard to solve, basically. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then I pretty much learned how the entire game works through that one extra puzzle. But yeah, it's a really good game. Um, the only thing I really got from it was Baba is you. It's like rock is you, and wall is stop, and crab is defeat, and flag is win, or something like that. In any case, yeah, some kind of word puzzle game anyway. And yeah, you could probably find what it is just through the keywords Baba is you. And he got it on a sale for $1 on Steam. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. But yeah, always good to have friends, okay? Always good to have other perspectives. So you don't like stick to one cynical perspective of your own. Because like the thing is that the only reason I got out of this in the first place was because I made a point to look at other perspectives, and I made a point to care about what people think of me and how people think of me and how people think after that in general about things, about games that I like, about things that I like. So like the things that I'm interested in, I get interested in what people think of them. And so like there are a lot of people that like, they don't like the games or whatever that I like, and I was like, why don't they like it? It's such a good game. Oh, such great story, such great gameplay, blah blah blah, oh, these characters are kind of cool looking or cute looking or whatever, it's like it's not bad by any means, but yeah, so I learned of other people's perspectives, and uh yeah, you get more value in life that way, in a way, as long as you keep yourself um on the positive path anyway. Like you make a point to become a better person, that is, and so you have to think about why this is this and why that is that and blah blah blah. Like, this is for cynical people anyway. This is just for people that like to overthink. So these overthinkers, that's your path. Yep. If I went through this path, then like others had to or have to go through this path too. I mean, like, I'd say that I'm making really good progress now. So, but if they want to like go faster on this path, they have to like learn from people like me. Like, I have YouTube videos. I'm like streaming on Twitch or whatever. I'm there, but it's only if people are interested in me that they'll gain anything in me from learning from me or whatever. But yeah, yeah. So that was day 8, day 9. Sorry, that was day 9. That already went for 20 minutes. Wow. Like, that game that I was talking about, we spent like 20 minutes on that. And here I am taking like at least 15 minutes to talk about it. Talk about how how two people are better than one. Yeah, how two minds are better than one, and how you should have friends, and how you should like learn different perspectives or blah blah blah. In any case, though, uh, But yeah, today was good progress anyway. Uh, tomorrow's gym. Yep. So I'll be on that on my mobile game for like an hour or two because this is content that I have to beat. The good thing is that I don't have any like big content that I have to keep up with for Genshin and the mobile game. So that's good. I can concentrate more on my content that I'm practicing on. Practice content and writing content. But yeah, gotta keep up that momentum while it's there, you know, because like I get inspiration for writing, but I never write it. So this mountain training is helping me in that to get things off the ground, and especially that first day where I like went all out. Like I wrote so much content that everything kind of just worked together. And then what's gonna happen later on is that it's gonna get so big that I'm going to forget about things that are basically going to be plot holes, I guess, or like inconsistencies with the characters. Because I noticed that already as I was writing my content the first time around. There was like, oh yeah, so that's how I initially thought it was. But this new thing is a better idea. And so now I have to change that old thing to fit that new thing, kind of thing. Oh yeah, I'll have already established things going for these characters, but then in the future, I'm gonna find some better thing that would be make a better establishment, and then it's gonna be like, oh right, I forgot to change it on this part or something like that, you know? Because like the way that I'm working is I'm kind of just working backwards. I'm starting with the end, and then I'm working backwards to like the start. Like I already had the start going, but I never really knew where to go from there. But by doing the end, I have a clear goal of how I want to end it, right? And so by having a clear goal of how I want to end it, I'll like have some ways to go about my initial content. Anyway, so that's the plan. Anyway, but yeah, that's day 9, huh? Wow. But yeah, and I was like just thinking about how, oh, if I could have kept up this being able to just not be on the internet at all for like 7 days, then I could like stream myself because then I can like trust myself to not go browsing, but I ended up going browsing. And I kept having to, cut the internet for myself. But it is what it is, you know. Like I expected this to happen. I had a backup plan. I had not maybe not a backup plan, but like a good idea of how I would go about the rest of it. Anyway, so it's like oh, if this falls, then I still can do this. If this falls, then I can still do that, and then maybe I can get back up. I want to still get back to that anyway. But yeah, so just never stop trying. Uh, and you'll notice, or at least I notice, I'll always notice that at the very least, I'll always be better off than when before I started, That's the important thing to take away. And as long as you keep trying, then you'll eventually get to where you want to be. Okay? Okay. That's 25 minutes now. Okay? Good night. Now I'm not sleepy anymore. Lol.